And then we'll talk about stuff.
The free men of the north.
Free Greek!
Sorry,
Where you going?
No, it's all good. We're good.
You don't like slay to your face?
I do.
What do you want?
I do
Just
love it.
Yeah, just like that. Good.
Perfect.
I like when
Perfect.
Matt's face is in like shadow because he is kind of like the shadow puppet, if you will.
But he looks even creepier now, so.
I mean, he looks. That's
My
just his
head's
face, though. You're literally just
Hey,
seeing his face.
welcome to Inside the Ant Farm.
Hi.
Season 2, episode 72.
Actually,
Yeah,
I think you
Benita.
might be right for the first time ever. She's like, Season 8, episode 7. I'm like, this isn't fucking...
No, this
this is
usually because
supernatural. Like,
if it's season 8, that's usually because I came from the
I
future
do look like Jensen
back to
Ackles.
the past to do this because I couldn't be here for something.
I thought
you
it
look
felt
the other
really
guy.
different that night.
Who else is watching
In the
Tomorrow's
future, I've
Guys?
lost my dick. It's really bad. It's just sad.
But is it like, was it like your time portal, so you have to come back and find it? Or like
Yeah, it was like one of those portals just cut it right off.
Oh, like a Doctor Strange.
Yeah,
portal.
like a Doctor Strange type thing.
that he should have used to cut off Thanos' arm.
Believe me, I've had this guy.
So tell me about this beer.
Oh, let's talk about this beer. First of all, I thought this would be a little nostalgic for Mike, although not because it's a new version. We had the regular Żywiec in Poland, but
Yeah, I know. We've had it at the source, so like.
but this is a porter version of it that we got in the easy way in Port Jervis, New York.
We got the porter from Port Jervis, New York.
Dark and rich beer. Żywiec.
They put dark porter type beer.
It's
Oh,
safe.
9.5%
It owes its
alcohol,
intense
guys.
color and rich flavor to
Hey, we
4
only had one
types of
tonight,
malt.
so we might as well get drunk, right?
Yeah.
Prost.
Prost.
I mean, this would have been better if it was in like a glass that turns blue when you pour it, but otherwise it
I
was...
still don't know. Like, can I get this glass? So I gotta trade bottle caps for it. I don't know.
Trade in Polish bottle caps.
Sweden, you give us loti, we give you cup.
How do you guys do?
Oh,
jinx! Knock on wood.
you owe me a beer.
Now you both have to say how you're doing in unison.
So I'm
I'm
doing
doing
really
great.
good.
Like,
I just had a thing where I was doing, yeah, I was
We
like,
just hired
I
someone
you don't
at
have to
work
work
though,
later,
but all this new
you know, but
Comic-Con
it's
stuff
gonna be
is coming
okay.
out, so it's great.
I guess whole week.
How you doing, Katie? Think it over, man.
Just a sip take, you know, it's good. Classic sip take.
I'm good.
This is great podcasting, guys.
I'm good. I'm feeling everything's flowing.
Did you watch any of the podcasts from last week? Because you were pretty awesome.
Toasted.
For the record.
For the record, I was wearing roller skates the entire time.
Every
I didn't
time,
fall once.
every
You're
time
also
I-
wearing like a nightie for.
every time I told her she was drunk, she's like, "I was wearing roller skates." I was like, "Oh."
So I was.
Yeah, for the What's Your Number podcast, you're wearing like a nightgown or something. Like
It's just like a big shirt dress thing.
Hey, you know what the kids wear, the shirt dress.
Yeah, a little shirt dress. It was awesome. It was,
No, oh,
This
you're talking about
classic.
the pink robe thing that I
Yeah,
wore
a robe, yes.
for the one movie. Yeah, I wanted to wear something really dumb because that movie's
It
really
was
dumb.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was
That's why I wore a
literally the
polo.
point
So I was
of
like,
that.
nah.
I think it's
We were trying to be as douchey as possible.
yeah, because you love that movie, obviously. I think that was actually one of our best Brand and that's I was telling Jamie, like, this is why this podcast works because we have these different loves of these awful movies, and it just makes it great because we like when.
But I can't say that
I
I've
think it's
actually
great, and then like everyone's else
loved
in there.
anything
What?
that I've shown. I think it's just so ridiculous.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, it's never like. It's for me. It was
You
like
were
a
a pretty big fan
nostalgia.
of Birdemic.
It's so terrible.
Yeah, but
I
that's
don't
why.
love it.
I mean, that's why I liked What's Your Number.
Troll
which
2.
was, it was like
Pretty bad.
Terabad. It was great. I mean, and it's a lot of fucking.
Maybe
Chris Evans.
Motel Hell. Motel Hell's pretty good.
Plus, I'm
excited to watch that one.
Yeah, is that the next one? No,
So what I wanted to do, he
Where did I
picks the
find
next
that?
one, but I do
Yeah.
want to watch
I
one.
gotta pick it.
I want to watch a really
Pick
bad
it right after
movie
this.
in memory of Rutger Hauer.
What are you watching?
Blade Runner.
No, a bad movie.
Lady Hawk.
Right? I was thinking Lady Hawk, or in 1985, same year. It's a great year, by the way.
Yeah.
For Rutger Hauer.
So,
Oh, when you're bored. Okay, I was like.
so he was also in this other medieval set movie called Flesh and Blood that's basically like erotica with Jennifer Jason Leigh too. I looked it up today. There's a lot of there was
Gotta
like
be
two
good.
big names in there, and then the rest was.
Yes, a big name, Jennifer Jason Leigh.
Hey, she was big in the 80s.
Was she like 12 in that movie?
She, yeah, I know.
No, this was after Fast Times. She was like mid-20s, but playing a teenager. You know.
Well, I mean, if we can find that
As everyone was in
on
the
some
80s.
sort of platform or
Yeah.
burn it somewhere, then
Yep.
That's the problem. We have to find it now. Yeah.
let's
So
talk
let's
about
talk,
news,
yeah.
guys. We can dish after
About
this.
movies? Okay.
Hey, San Diego Comic Con was last weekend,
Mhm.
and there's some big stuff that came out of it. big stuff and some small stuff too.
Yeah, and we should we talk about the yeah, we should just start off with the Comic-Con faves because there were some good meaty just
Meaty
big
clackers. Yeah.
news
Yeah, like it was just all over
just
the
drinking
place.
the news in
Just like
shots of news,
so much of
just
it.
shots
Yeah.
of news.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's great. I love
You
it.
got it. You understand.
So one of my favorite things to come out of this,
Okay.
another Watchmen trailer. It just looks
I just watched it.
great. There were some fun little Easter eggs in there, and you noticed a couple, but there's one that you may not have noticed. For the newest Watchmen trailer, if you haven't seen it yet, Matt's going to post it right here.
I will.
He's going to post
Guaranteed.
it across. It's
Look for it.
right above her head.
Look for it. I'm going to put it over my
It's going to
eyes.
look like a little bird to click on. It's shows a little more of the plot. It basically cops have been attacked, so they're becoming these heroes now, so they can be masked and have anonymity. So they're not getting stalked at home and things like that. And it seems like Regina Hill's character, Regina King's character, is one of the things that she's one of these mass vigilante type cops, and maybe because she's had a tragedy happen when she was a real cop, which is a cool little detail to the story. But they also show and they show Jeremy Irons again as Ozymandias, which beautiful. But they also show another character from the original Watchmen.
Yeah.
Jean Smart is playing the Silk Spectre. Obviously, a much older version of her. But she's the
I
one
love
who's with
Jean
the gun.
Smart.
Yeah, and I was like, I hope, who is she playing? That's awesome. And then I looked it up and I was like, oh, she's playing the Silk Spectre.
It's not Molly Ackerman, I guess.
No, not Melanie. She's not old enough still. She's a little older.
She's exactly the same though. So I
Yeah,
mean,
exactly. They also show in the trailer another character from the original, possibly, maybe even twice, Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah, at the end of the Watchmen movie, he left Earth.
Yeah, and when he basically was like, I'm done with Earth, I'm out of
He's
here.
like,
Piece of chicken.
and in the trailer, Regina King's character says oh, what? Dr. Manhattan, he's on Mars, and then it's there's a satellite. It's
that shows a picture.
there he
of
is.
him,
He's on Mars, on.
But that also could be that could also be a different time because
That also
remember,
could be just him in different.
well, that's what I'm saying. Dr.
quantum,
Manhattan doesn't live literally, so it could be just him on Mars from any other time period, really, and just an earlier point in his own existence, which is not literal,
or later point.
Yeah. So in the trailer, first you hear an older black man saying I'm Dr. Manhattan, and is he crazy? Is Dr. Manhattan somebody transported into him? Who knows? But then the splash at the end of the trailer, everyone's basically it's almost like a hero worship of Dr.
Some kind of party
things.
Yeah, it's like a party.
Out of this, and you see a hand reach. You see a
I
dark.
just watched it right before.
A darkened hand reach down and it turns blue just for a second, and he picks up this mask of Dr. Manhattan and he walks away and you're and it's a classic, classic. Dr. Manhattan had this classic thing where he wore a suit to humanize himself, basically in the comic.
But still blue.
Yeah, and he's still blue underneath. So he's definitely that blue hand in the suit. And you're okay, that's okay. I'll check that out. But also it was cool because it showed a little bit more of these newer vigilante type heroes, like the guy with the gold mask. It showed a little more of the Rorschach bros, whatever those. And they seem to be maybe the antagonists of this. Where they're the ones who it looks like they're the ones who perpetrated killing the police officers and things. So it's
not really in the vein of Rorschach.
And also, I think it said it's coming out in October.
Yeah,
which makes me sad because I want it to be right now. But
well, you can watch The Boys right now, and then
tomorrow. Or actually, when this posts, yes, right. So tomorrow. And I probably will. Hopefully, Jamie wants to watch with me. Otherwise, I'm good about myself.
Let's hear it for the boys. That's their theme song, right?
And the Boys trailer was pretty good too. They had a new a final trailer for that. So there's not really a secret, but did you know who the younger guy is? The one that his girlfriend gets killed in the trailer.
Yes.
Who do you know what Spawn he is?
He is Meg Ryan and Dennis Quaid.
Yeah, and I was like, okay.
He's been in a couple other things. I think he was in Hunger Games.
Yeah, he was in Hunger Games.
Yeah.
He was that weirdo psychopath guy that kills Rue.
Yeah, he was from District 1. I think he was from District 1.
Spoiler for Hunger Games. Or whatever.
No Hunger Games spoilers. No.
Come on, guys.
Spoiled. The movie sucks.
But I'm interested in that too now. Like it had a really good trailer. You know, it's a very like like a lot of Garth Ennis stuff. It's very dark themed. That one,
it's almost it feels like Kick-Ass or something. It's like
very much in that vein. Yes, it was like taking the genre and being like, how would people act if they had ultimate fucking power and like
maybe douchebags.
Yeah, and so
it'd be terrible.
Yeah,
just like regular people, but worse because they have superpowers.
Because no one can stop them. But so yes, that was very cool. Like those are my two big favorites. But there's one more though. One more thing. So this is a Marvel thing.
Okay.
Do you know anything about Kingo, Matt?
What? No.
So did you see the Eternals?
I didn't. I did not see the Eternals.
Okay, so guess. I want to make this fun. Guess who would play a character in the Eternals named Kingo?
I'm gonna say
I'll give you a hint. It's a funny comedian.
I was gonna say Kumail Nanjiani.
Kumail
I know he's
Nanjiani is going to be in the Marvel universe as the hero Kingo. So a little bit about the hero Kingo, man. He is a Japanese samurai.
Okay. Alright,
at least in the comic. At least in the comic. And weapons master.
They might have changed that, but we'll keep going.
Yeah, I think they're going to make him maybe like
an Indian.
Yeah, like an Indian
samurai.
Yeah. And because the thing is like Kingo's character is in at least from the Eternals lore that I read, because I read up a little bit on it. I was like, I want to see what this is about. He's not a very big character in the books, so they're kind of maybe making this role for him. Yeah, for Kumail, and like maybe making it a little funnier, maybe or a little more fun, because obviously Kumail's great at that kind of stuff. But I was just like, yay, when I saw him out the panel, like, what is going on?
I've actually known for a while he's going to be in it, because I remember seeing him posting on his Instagram about it, but I didn't know what his character name was.
Yeah, I was not interested in the Eternals at all until I saw that.
So what happens when Drax and Kingo get together for a Stuber reunion?
In intergalactic Stuber?
Hopefully there's a Stuber Easter egg in there.
I'd love to see their characters fight, I guess, since they're both weapons masters. That'd be fun. Yeah, but that's all I got for. What did you guys think of the Comic-Con stuff? Like your favorite stuff?
Did you do any Comic-Con stuff at all?
I read up on the Marvel.
Well, there we go.
Okay, we'll get into that. So look, there's a couple things I want to get into before we get there. Okay, most of my stuff is San Diego Comic-Con stuff too. But my favorite thing from this whole thing was Brandon Routh reprising his role as Superman in CW's Crisis of Infinite Earths.
Let's do this. Let's do it.
I've also heard rumor that that there might be other older, like maybe
Tom Welling,
Dean Cain, and Tom Welling. We'll see.
Yeah, Dean Cain. Dean Cain is like, and Dean Cain is the old what is that one comic where he's like Kingdom Come? I think it is the Kingdom Come Superman, where he's just the older Golden Age Superman.
Maybe Brandon Routh will come back as like the Soviet Superman or something like that.
Gay Superman.
Gay Superman. Who knows?
I'm down. Let's do it.
And Justin Long will be his boyfriend.
Yeah, he's like loves meaty cocks.
But this is weird too because they're gonna Tyler Hoechlin, the dude who plays it on Supergirl, is gonna be there as well. But also, he's still playing Ray Palmer in this because it's the crossover episodes. I don't know what they're doing with that.
I think that'll be that could be a funny gag. Like could be that could be a funny thing.
I look a lot like you.
Yeah, that could be a fun deal. I like that. Yeah, I did see that. I did. Like I said, I had to write things down hastily. I probably might have added that to there too because I thought it was fun. Okay, let's go. Let's keep this rolling, guys. We got some good stuff.
What?
I can keep going. So I guess.
Yeah. I love good stuff. It's just
during the Witcher panel at Comic-Con, the showrunner said that it's a very adult show. Like we didn't already know that. We've already learned that they're basically
it's not for kids.
Yeah, it's not for kids. Kids should not be watching this. Basically said politics, sex, and monsters. That's
Stricka Jr.
There's a lot of people that we've been getting like this a lot now that Game of Thrones is over. What's the next Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
And this is one of the things that they're mentioning that could be the next one. So Lauren Hisrich is the showrunner, and she was talking with Entertainment Weekly. She said the take will definitely be off the books. They're going to veer away from the video games to give it more of that book feel.
Yeah, Geralt doesn't have a beard. I'm not going to fucking watch
here's something really cool actually. There's no, at least for the first season, there's not a main bad guy. Because they're going to explore the gray area. Yeah. They're basically going to explore the gray areas. Every character has gray area. So they're going to explore in the beginning of this thing, you might like this guy, but by the end, you're not rooting for him. He's the guy you hate the most, and vice versa. So
I mean, that's what
maybe Dandelion's the
that
bad
they
guy.
did.
Do you think the real villain's gonna be Roach?
That's Dandelion, obviously.
No, I think it's gonna be Roach's horse. Like, oh, I can't believe you did that to me, Roach. That's why I called you that. I'm gonna stamp you out. A real Roach.
I just thought that was interesting, but.
Yeah, no, I mean that was the what was big about on the intrigue in the books was that the books weren't all black and white, and the story kind of got that way, as you got, especially as you got to The Witcher 3, it was more like these are the bad guys, these are the good guys, but you still had those choices where you could even pick like a side. You could save the humans, or you could go with the non-human characters, and each had its own consequences.
Yeah, sure.
And I never picked the humans, but like, so always assholes.
Well, that's like in real life, though.
Yeah, truer words were never spoken.
What did you have off this list?
So I found some old news that
Old news. Okay.
had not heard about. But so you guys are all excited because
killed
Dumbledore. It's not something that like y'all know. So
spoiler.
You're excited about Uncharted,
yes.
Because it sounds awesome, right? Did you know that they're also coming out with a possible Twisted Metal television show?
And Bray Wyatt is going to be. Yeah.
He's already wearing the mask.
He's going to be the Fiend. Yeah. He's going to drive an ice cream truck around.
Yes. So I'm really
I'd
excited
watch
about
it.
that. I was telling him that's like the one game that I used to play regularly.
She's like, you can get on PlayStation for $10.
For $10.
Sure.
Maybe somebody's getting that for a present, huh?
Did you go? Cool.
Hey, I'm also 5 years younger than you.
But listen, no, it'll take up like 30 megabytes on the PlayStation. That's fine. That's fine.
It's just nostalgia.
Yeah, no, seriously, like,
Yeah.
megabytes.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. I can get that.
Just crapping all over the only video game that I've ever liked and would play.
Hey, I told you I'll play it with you. It's a 2-player.
Well, I've got some other news.
Okay.
Is it 1 player?
Actually, so you guys watched the Harley Quinn trailer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Harley Quinn, yes. I
Yeah.
did. Of course it is.
I'm excited.
Some swearing in it.
Kaylee Cuoco did a good job. The only thing that fanboys are going to care about is that she doesn't have the Jersey accent.
That's fine.
But I liked it. I liked her take.
They need to take you gotta evolve.
It's weird though. I hate adult cartoons that are like that though, because like this is something that kids would probably really be into.
They just
so,
put
like,
swearing in it.
You're
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
okay.
Yeah. Right.
It's like maybe my
So
young
adult,
kids,
much
could,
adult.
my older kids can watch this.
I Connor can't watch
Well, no, but
BoJack
it's not
Horseman at all.
supposed to be for kids.
Yeah, I know, but it's like
Connor-
it's very kid-like.
Connor,
Yeah.
Connor can't watch BoJack Horseman at all.
Yeah.
I'm so upset about that.
Yeah, he's not supposed to watch Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I get it because it is like kind of a very fun art style. Very
Yeah.
fun. Like it's not just like it's
Well,
Well,
fun to
I
watch.
think that is because that's what we watched as kids. It's very simple. It's
Sure.
very much like what
It felt very
Maybe
sad.
you
when we
watch
were
really
kids.
crappy cell shaded.
Our cartoons were just paper that they drew.
just red lasers shooting and blowing up
They
things.
had a
as
bunch of
people
paper
go by
and
them.
they like put their thumb on it and they flip through the
G.I.
pages.
Joe is there. G.I. Joe.
But yeah, it very much evokes the original
Oh,
TV
sure,
show.
sure,
Yeah.
And it reminded me a lot of kind of like Bruce Timm art,
Yeah.
where it's
Well,
just,
it's
like,
also a lot
fun.
like you could tell from the show. It's a lot of her trying to get away from the Joker. 'Cause
Right. Well, no, that was the whole
toxic.
point. But what do you guys think of Alan Tudyk as the Joker?
He's amazing.
Yeah.
He can do nothing wrong in my mind.
I mean,
I watched
Alan
that dumb Vanessa Hudgens superhero show because he was in it, and it was terrible.
I don't know what that is. Yeah.
It was on NBC for one season. It was about like
Oh,
people
the one
that
with
clean
the
up after
office?
girls. Yeah,
They're, like, in
yeah,
the
it was
office?
the office. Yeah,
It was during
with punches.
It was
with punches, and it had fucking.
it was supposed to
Abed
be
in it.
based in the DC universe, but it was just them dealing with what like
The
there's
aftermath
normal
of heroes,
people
yeah.
living in a superhero
Yeah.
world. So like, oh, Superman slammed to our office building. Now we gotta like
Yeah, they clean
deal
it
with
up
that
and
shit.
stuff.
That's why I watched like.
Litigation.
I mean, Tucker and Dale vs. Evil is a great movie anyway, but I watch that like pretty regularly because he's awesome. Yeah. So.
and
I'm
not the
excited.
other guy. He's lame.
The Canadian guy. I love Canadians.
Isn't Alan Tudyk Canadian?
No, he's
Yeah,
British.
we're gonna visit them soon.
He's
So
not British.
Yeah,
we're
definitely.
gonna
Alan
visit some
Tudyk's not
Canadians
British.
soon.
Sure he is.
Wrong-o.
Oh, I guess I'm wrong.
He has been in a British movie. You're thinking of A Death at a Funeral.
No. Obviously, I'm thinking of A Knight's Tale. Nerd over here.
We're going to visit some Canadians real soon.
Yeah.
We're gonna take over, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know Tula was Canadian.
Did you know WWE Masters of the Universe figures are coming out?
Yeah, I know because Kofi Kingston showed me. You know, through Twitter, of course.
Obviously, I'm not on Twitter.
I'm only buying them if
I'm not tweetering.
If He-Man looks like Terry Crews. That's the only way I'm buying
Right.
them. So.
But Terry
I'm not
Crews
gonna
isn't
buy
with
them.
WWE.
I just want to look at them. But they've always done crossovers. But some of my favorite Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles characters were original Star Trek Ninja Turtles.
Oh, Vera DeMilo, you mean?
By the way, right here on this piece of paper, Sophia Campbell dropped concept art for the new female turtle.
That's right, Jenica.
Jenica.
We
She's got
talked
some
about that last
dope ass
podcast,
wolf.
yes.
Did we?
Yeah, we did. She's got like those. She's got shredder claws and a bow staff.
Oh.
It's okay.
I don't remember that.
That's okay. You were on roller skates. You're fine. You're fine.
That was fine.
I told you were amazing. You were amazing. Don't change a thing. Be drunk every podcast. It was great.
The only thing that makes me scared is that I'm like, God, did I just sit there and not say anything? The whole
The
time?
best part was the best part was when you
stuff.
weren't saying stuff though, like the fucking faces you were making. You need to watch it. 'Cause
Yeah.
You're just like.
Yeah, you definitely were making some faces.
I like one time you just looked super bored and I was just like, okay. It's like
I'm just being real.
Just being real. Like I don't
could
care
be
what these
anywhere
guys are
else.
saying.
What the fuck is Miguel saying? Oh my god, Cameron.
Hey, guys. Here's another thing you guys missed.
Enhance audio.
Finally, we know that the Rick Grimes movie is coming to theaters.
Oh, I got that one too.
Finally, guys. Finally.
24-second trailer, guys. 24-second trailer.
Okay. So this, The Walking Dead. Spoiler for if you watched last season of The Walking Dead. Halfway through, Rick Grimes is helicoptered out. He doesn't
For
die.
reasons.
He just is gone. He's in dire straits, but he's gone. But they're like, basically, we're gonna do a movie with him. And so I guess this movie is moving ahead for reasons. That like, hey, we're gonna get all that Walking Dead crowds can be really excited about.
I'm so
that.
glad
years
it's me,
now.
Andrew Lincoln. I'm so glad that I can be in the movie on the big screen.
He's like, until they make Love Actually 2, I guess I'll be
when I
this
become
character
a
again.
full stock, it's a horror movie actually.
As it should be.
And I'll be Love Actually is horror.
Love Actually, and then there's blood like off the
Yeah.
actually part.
I mean, I would watch it if it was a slasher film, but otherwise I don't give a shit. I never watched that. No, that's not true. I watched 2 episodes
Rick
of that
Grimes
show.
might be.
Watched 2 episodes of that show.
The Walking Dead
It's a movie,
slasher
though.
movie might be.
I get that.
Maybe Rick's killing people now. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I like putting it forward. I'm sorry.
What are you doing to me?
I look so cute. Here, I'll do mine too. Okay?
So okay, let's talk about the Rick Grimes movie. What do we think it's gonna be about?
Well, in the end of Walking Dead, another spoiler, I guess, for this season. Well, it's only what I heard. I didn't watch it. I heard that
many
it
spoilers.
just shows everybody else. Doesn't show anything about him. Like, there's nothing about him at all.
So do you think that since he's helicoptered out to a hospital of some sort, do you think he's gonna wake up alone in that hospital?
I think he's just gonna end up. He's gonna
Find
do
his way
some
out
kind
or
of
whatever.
really
And
big
then
mission.
meet younger analogs of all the characters, like instead of Glenn.
Maybe it's the mission that he will help stop zombieism
Glenn.
once and for all, but he'll die. He'll sacrifice himself doing it.
It's like, hey, it's me.
And they
Glenn.
won't even know, and
Yeah,
then
they
they'll
won't
go
even know.
back to...
Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah. I mean,
If only
what else
he
they
had
do?
known.
Because they kind of erased him from the timeline of the show. In the comic book, he gets erased in a different way. But
Someone takes an eraser and... Yeah.
spoiler, he dead.
Well, maybe he's gonna wake up and be like a super killer of them. Like they experiment on him to be a super
It's like a
zombie
Weapon X
killer.
type deal.
Yeah,
What
like
if
a
right. All right, I'm digging this. I'm digging what you're saying here.
like a Resident Evil type thing.
Maybe it's like an old man.
What if
Logan
it's
now?
just Old Man Logan,
Yeah.
the same plot with that, except instead of...
Oh, Rick
instead-
Grimes.
Yeah.
I think I'd deal with that.
That keeps me...
I'd be fine with him. To be honest with you, if
Andrew
Andrew Lincoln was doing a Rick Grimes impression, but as Wolverine, I think I'd be fine with it. Like if he played Logan in the MCU.
Where's Professor X?
Yeah, I think I'd be fine with that. Be better than most of the guys that are doing it. You know what I mean?
Charles!
He's like,
Charles!
actually, I talk like this. Well, I mean, listen to freaking Hugh Jackman.
But we also still get Sir Patrick Stewart to come back and play and do the same exact role. As Charles.
I mean, he was in the green room. He can play a white supremacist really good. So
By the way, are we
that's
gonna
sort of element.
are we gonna gloss over this Star Trek Picard thing? Are we
Why
gonna,
would we? Why would we?
Because this trailer was fucking amazing.
Did you come?
I might have. I think I stood up at my desk and just like started getting a standing ovation. I was like, yes. That's the only reason I get CBS access.
I'm gonna get CBS access for this too. What?
I get it through him.
Downloading illegally.
We're gonna start downloading legally from CBS Access,
And
obviously.
you're
We're
gonna
gonna
save it to
swing.
drives.
CBS Access, not CBS.
DBS
Yeah.
access.
Like, oh, I have
DVC access.
Yeah, CBC.
I got some
PBC.
Claritin. I got
CBD
a
access.
pack of condoms. And then I got Star Trek.
It's like a bunch of lotion on my pants and I walk right out.
I'm excited.
I'm excited. I'm excited because I think that the last 2 incarnations they really tried to move to sort of back to like a classic Star Trek feel.
Did you
of
like
it.
the look of the Romulans? They look like elves, and I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know why they would look different, but because everything else kind of looks.
Well, just like that's
like
but that's
the
what
movies
happened to the
universe,
Klingons from the original
Yeah, no,
series,
exactly.
and people are like, "What?" But it's
I love the look of
like
the
they
Klingons
just
in
threw
Discovery.
themselves into it,
Yeah.
and then it worked out awesomely. So.
And and a lot of people were like, "Oh, not these new ships," but the Ralph McQuarrie versions of those ships are amazing looking. I loved. I haven't watched all of Discovery yet. I've only watched about 5 episodes, but I've loved all of them. Like they're just visually amazing. What the angles they're going for that are really funny and are not funny but fun. And I know they've I've heard that they've done some even more bold choices.
Also, I mean, just their theme music is just a step up from
Enterprise. It's been a long walk to be sure about you.
you go to start the episode and you're like, God, I already hate myself for watching this episode.
We're like, is Brian Adams doing anything? Can we get someone who sounds
Yeah.
like him?
I was like, Scott Bakula as the captain of the Goddamn Enterprise. I'm in. No, what is going on?
Yeah.
Why
That was
is this
rough.
happening?
That was actually rough. So I was like, Scott Bakula's in this. I'm all
You were
right.
and
I'm
you
used
were
to,
almost
like, no,
expecting
no.
at the end of the intro they just have a burning cross,
Yeah.
like
or like a guy with like a really bad mullet and like
Yeah,
a 70s grained film
yeah.
of some sort.
Well,
Like, what is?
you know, I was
this?
like all in. I felt like when that music started, I felt like just grabbing myself.
Right.
And like, no.
Yeah.
Grizzly Adams.
I
Like,
appreciate
okay,
it.
Grizzly
I fold. Actually, I fold.
It's actually a Grizzly Adams show. Cool. I like that. That's great.
So they couldn't get the dude who did the Smallville intro.
Okay.
Okay, guys. Do we have anything else, or can we get into this MCU meat and potatoes here?
I have-
I mean,
I
you
have
got-
some other
yeah,
things.
let's
I
do it.
have it. Yeah, but I also have an
Okay.
MC related thing before you go.
Okay.
Oh, isn't it
She has.
more-
You have Jan Silent
I
Bob.
have one more fun thing, but let's do that Jan Silent Bob thing.
Yeah, let's
first.
talk about Jan
Oh,
Silent
I
Bob.
just wrote old and dumb.
Old
Dumb.
and dumb. Wow. Okay, well
All
then,
right,
good.
all right.
We wrote that down. That was there.
Jan Silent Bob, old and dumb.
Listen,
Old and
I-
dumb.
I love them.
You don't like
I
Black
love
Man
the
and
show to
Chronic?
them,
No,
but I'm
it's-
just like I don't know.
You're not a real marijuana enthusiast unless you like Black Man and Chronic.
I don't know. It's
They're
like
named
it's,
Black Man like a blend.
Hopefully, there's a movies. Can we? I don't know. I got nothing.
Who's gonna say I'm
They're
not supposed to be here today?
They're like all these stars that we got. Look, and it's like okay, I have nothing. Of
Hey
this.
Matt, Ben Affleck's back.
Val Kilmer's back as
Confirmed.
Blunt Man.
Confirmed.
Val Kilmer as Blunt Man.
But it's Jason Biggs. No, wasn't Jason
I
Biggs?
want
There's new
Ben
people, it's a
Affleck
reboot.
to get done in the butt in this movie,
He might.
like that.
Wait,
like
who's
he
gonna
gets
get
it in the butt.
Well, he's not fashionable male
Like
guy.
a sexual thing?
He's
Oh.
not
Yeah.
fashionable male guy
Yeah,
though. He's the
exactly.
chasing
No.
Amy guy.
No, he is
I
fashionable.
know. Oh,
he is?
He is fashionable.
I thought he was just gonna
I
be.
think.
No, I think.
I thought he was gonna be like
no.
Dogma guy because
Oh,
that's
he's-
his
no,
way
he's-
better.
No, they're
That
both.
character's boring. Why would we want
No,
to
they're both the chasing Amy people.
Oh, whatever.
They both are. Both Jason Lee and him are chasing Amy people. He'll probably. Well, Jason Lee will probably be both his guys, but that's what makes his.
That's
thing
what I'm
confusing.
saying. I'm
Everybody
just
plays
like
multiple
I'm.
characters.
Boring.
They
He's a boring
should.
character.
Yeah. I
So
don't-
was the fashionable male guy.
No,
Though.
he was great though.
He's like, I'm a dick.
Who still doesn't say
No,
have
we
sex
need-
in an uncomfortable
We
place in
need,
the back
we
of
need
Wall Street?
Michael
I say
Rooker
it,
back.
so.
We need Michael Rooker
Yeah,
back.
I
We
mean,
do.
that's
Chocolate
really the
pretzel
only
time.
thing that we.
Maybe he can be suffering from diverticulitis this time. Oh, not these nuts!
I ate too
Eat
many.
my nuts! Ah!
I ate too many chocolate covered pretzels.
I don't know. I just really feel like after watching Yoga Hosers,
Which
Just
was
like-
a classic. Though.
Oh, his daughter also in this movie.
of
Yes,
course.
Jamie mentioned that. And I'm like, okay. Well,
I just
That
feel
turned me
like
off like a droid.
I just feel like Kevin Smith's maybe his soul's dead and he's just phoning it in at
Harley
this
Quinn
point.
Smith, by the way, at least from what this is another thing Jamie told me. Also in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
What?
Yeah, supposedly she's like on the cover of like the cover art thing, like the poster art. And I was like, okay, that's also weird.
Okay, sure.
Okay, cool, dudes.
Anyway, old and dumb.
Old and dumb. So that's it.
All right. Well,
I'm gonna watch it. But
are we gonna watch it for Burn After Watching?
Burn After Watching slash found footage.
Dude,
yeah.
Dude, there's a movie that we need to watch, and when it comes out on DVD, of course.
We should have.
If you're watching Hollywood, it's not Hollywood. If you're watching Hulu, it's this commercial for a talking dog movie.
Oh, we saw
oh my god!
Okay, do you know who the voice of the dog is?
I knew because I guessed at the time.
I guessed someone wrong. I guessed wrong, but
okay.
But then Jamie told me Kevin Costner.
Yes, it was Kevin Costner. That's what I guessed.
Because I thought it was Bob.
Kevin Costner.
I was like, this is gonna be like Bob Saget or something.
Yeah,
And then
so
she's like,
Kevin
no,
Costner.
I looked it up. It's Kevin Costner. I'm like,
because he needs money, I guess. I don't know.
But also like the best acting job he's ever done.
The Art of Racing in the Rain.
Yeah, The Art of Racing in the Rain. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm ready for this.
I can't believe you remember that name.
Burn.
Because it was fucking dumb.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck is this movie about?
Hey, I'm a dog that's talking, but I'm also Kevin Costner.
I'm like the narrator, I guess. I'm a fucking dog. Cool, bro. Cool.
There's a hole in her mouth. I can see it. It's fine. It's like a little. See all that.
It's fine. She's on roller skates. It's good.
Guys,
I'm not on
let's talk
roller
about
skates.
something much cooler than Jen's about, but still old, but the cool old.
Okay.
2 classic Star Wars games are getting re-released, guys.
What?
Star Wars. The Empire Strikes Back, the 1991 seminal classic for the NES and Game Boy, but
Star
also
Wars.
the 1997 classic, Shadows of the Empire.
Oh, all right.
Okay, so the bad news is, though, they're only going to re-release on their cartridges.
Why?
Not actually for anything cool. But if you want to purchase these, they have 2 different SKUs. They have the regular $40 to $45, because the cartridges.
Yeah, because they're worth $45 still.
It's a limited run. Nintendo never sells anything for less. And then premium editions that are $85 to $90 that come in a larger box.
Ooh. And they make you come.
They have collector coins,
Oh,
pins,
I'm all in.
a poster, and art cards.
I remember
Like-
those art cards.
Guys,
I mean,
garbage.
back in 1997.
before you say when are these coming out, they're released right now. They're
Fuck
out.
you.
They're out as of this podcast.
No. Especially when you're trying to charge me art cards. Fuck you, art cards.
Also, I did see a picture of the cartridge. It is a purple.
Yeah,
cartridge
but
for,
it's a limited
Shadows of the
release.
Empire.
So all of the old nerds who have no families and work in IT are gonna jizz in their pants and buy this shit.
Yeah, that's what it's for.
And
it's
then,
not for us.
yeah.
But also, let's agree that Shadows of the Empire was the best Star Wars game.
It's pretty dope.
Period.
I like Empire Strikes Back too.
I
I don't know. I liked Return of the Jedi.
Super
like,
Star Wars
classic,
actually was
like.
Super Star Wars was a great
But
game.
you know how that's going to end.
So?
Luke's going to...
I mean, that's true.
Like, Shadows of the Empire had a very shocking ending, for one thing. Also, an awesome character. An awesome character. With an awesome... A ship that I still... Like, if there was a Star Wars game, I would want that ship.
Well,
That
I
ship.
know
The
what
Outrider.
to get you when I get retarded.
The Outrider, guys. Yeah, you're going to get me the Outrider, because I will...
Yeah, she's gonna get you a 1-to-1 scale of the
Anywhere
Outrider.
you want, I'll fly you. I'm down. Let's do this.
It's like, I'm all in.
That's where I'll put my money.
Outrider's a good ship, guys.
In hyperdrive technology.
Dash Rendar, guys. Awesome. He looks like a Rob Liefeldian character, too, which is great. The big shoulder pads. Is he Cable? I don't know. He's cool. I'm down. Dash Rendar.
Dash
Tell your friends.
Rendar.
Yeah, you don't get more Star Wars than that, guys.
All right, let's get into. Are we in MCU yet? We in?
I have one more
I have-
thing.
Okay.
Oh, and I have one more
What do you
adjacent
guys-
thing.
how
Mine
long are
will
we
be the
gonna talk
introduction
about
to your
this?
MCU.
Mine's not MCU at all.
Okay. Do it.
So Shudder streaming.
Yes, the horror
The
streaming.
horror- yeah.
I was thinking Shutterfly, so glad you're
Yeah.
going there.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
I put my pictures there.
Which I mean, by the way, like
I can print them
would
out.
love to spend money on this because I love scary stuff, but I
Yeah.
also just don't have a lot.
I got
a
a 30-day trial to a couple years ago when I went to Comic Con.
Yeah.
It was cool, but it was like I don't want to spend money on this all the time. Like,
Yeah.
Did you
I
just
cancel it on 29.5 days.
Did you just watch the movie Critters 29 times in a row?
Yeah.
No, they have
Shutter.
new
I
stuff
watched
that's
Shutter
like
Island.
more
So why would you-
psychological on Shutter
I
Island.
was kidding.
Jesus.
That was a
Christmas.
joke.
Why would you
I
want to,
know.
though? Critters isn't.
I love Critters. But I'm
Plus
talking about
Terrence
like
Shutter
Mann.
Island.
Terrence Mann. Come on, like, you need it wrong. It's a bounty
All right. So what's going on with Shutter?
it's doing something. I don't know.
What's this news? What are you doing? What are you doing?
It's rebooting Creepshow. So.
Oh, okay. So they're doing original program. Is that what you're saying?
Why did you say I didn't know that?
No, they're
rebooting
writing new stories.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a
technically
series.
original program. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
that's cool.
What do you mean technically original program?
Well, it's like they're rebooting it, so it's their
They're
original
not just
program.
remaking
Oh, yes,
it, they're like
yes.
doing more Marxist.
It's like how Netflix steals a show from somewhere and now it's their show. You know?
Like
They're
Are You
writing
Afraid of the
for it.
Dark is coming back.
Well, no, but yeah, no.
You heard her childhood right there. You heard it.
But she knew that already.
I know.
It's just.
The wound is still
As
open.
reported on this podcast.
It's like
First, I
when
believe.
you read R.L. Stein's like erotic fiction,
And you're like,
and
Which
you
I
just-
do.
you wish
yeah,
that was Goosebumps. You're
and
like,
you just it just ruins everything.
By the way, have any of you guys watched Veronica Mars at all?
Yeah, you said that already.
No, I'm gonna say that it like just seems like someone just wrote a bunch of like stuff that was like dirty fanfic and then took the dirty parts out. I told Jamie that the other day. I'm like, I like the show a lot, but I feel like it was just like the writers were like
like
dirty
there was
fanfic.
fucking right here, but
Well,
they
this
changed the
17-year-old
vibe.
girl fucked this guy. Like, oh, we gotta take the fuck out. Okay, will she kiss this guy? Like, okay.
Probably still should do that. We'll do once.
Or twice or 5 times. I mean,
And like, it's
there's a
definitely
lot of tension.
definitely written by like an older white man too, because he makes like these like the honeymooners. I'm like, why is that a joke that a 17-year-old girl is making? And so I thought I was like, is this made in the 90s or something?
17-year-old
Like, no,
girls
2004. I was like,
from 2004 love the Honeymooners. That's what I heard.
like, I'm gonna hit you to the moon like Ralph Cramden. I'm like, what are we
It's
doing?
like, I've been watching Nick at Night. I've got a lot of
Like,
good things to
what are
say.
we doing
Let's
right
talk
now?
about My Three Sons. Like, oh, okay.
You're like Mr. Ed of people. Haha.
I would totally be Donna Reed. Be like, oh, well, what?
They do a Donna Reed spot in the Gilmore Girls, so there you go.
Of course they do.
The CW loves old classic shows from the 1950s that make women feel like they should be
the
property of
writers are
sexy
old white
men.
men.
Thanks, CW, thanks. That's why I haven't watched any of your
CW.
programming in over 20 years.
Veronica Mars is a little bit progressive. It still has very stereotypical, like he's a Hispanic gang member, and like the black guy is good at basketball and stuff like that. But they have like a good number of women on the show. You know, it may or may not pass the Bechdel
A
test.
fair number of women. on
Yeah,
the
you
show.
know, it's not just like Veronica Mars and a bunch of dudes. You know, so like I do like that. It's still also like feel bad for this person from this not as rich as this rich person.